With Sun moving into the sign of Leo, its own sign, its Mool Trikona sign, and transiting Ketu, it also rules the sign of Scorpio, the sign of change and transformation. So this transit of Sun into its sign of Leo over transiting Ketu brings a opportunity of change and transformation. A change which is good, which is transformative, which is either bent upon you to bring about the change or even a forced change. So when you look at the sign of Aries, the zodiac sign of Aries or the rising sign of Aries here, Sun has transited into its own sign of Leo into the 5th house, but over transiting Ketu, which also rules the Scorpio sign. So now what is important is to look at, firstly, Sun moving into its own sign brings about a higher sense of responsibility, accountability and leadership, and also denotes the areas of the house where Sun is transiting into. Here it is its own house. However, Sun is integrity, Sun is pride, Sun is also your self-respect, which means in these areas, Sun is asking you to take more responsibility for your integrity, for your pride, for your self-respect. However, also have a non-compromise attitude where it comes to your humility, because Ketu is the sign of or the energy of giving up or losing or change or transformation. So your Sun transiting over natal Ketu or transiting Ketu, which is already transiting through the sign of Leo since a few months, shows that your self-integrity, your pride should not come at the cost of humility in certain areas of your life, surely. Specifically the areas of the 5th house, because your Sun is transiting through the 5th house. Now, what is the 5th house? The 5th house is the house of the world stage, presentation, your ability to present yourself in the world stage, to present yourself in front of others. So it's very important that when you present yourself, you should carry yourself with integrity, with pride. However, not to have too much of false pride. So here, Ketu is asking you to balance between how much of self-respect you have and how much of false pride you have, or the notion that you are somebody superior to others. So this is very important, specifically related to the areas of the 5th house. So with reference to romance, with reference to investments, with reference to change in career, change in role, change in duties at work, also with respect to change in your responsibilities towards your children, or how you're looking at children, how you're looking at your progeny, how much time you're giving to them, how much responsibility you're taking for them, how much duty bound you are for them, how much responsibility you have been doing lately and are ready to take up going forward. So Ketu is asking you to reflect on what you have done so far in these areas and be ready to transform, ready to change, so that you bring about a positive change, a positive transformation in your ability to be able to handle these areas. So there may be an opportunity of change which either comes from the zodiac itself, where the zodiac brings up an opportunity for change in your romantic liaison, or a change in how you are looking at children going forward, or suddenly through this month you are asked to take more responsibility for children, take more accountability for children, indulge with children, go for a vacation with children, go and visit the school of your children, maybe for an important meeting or for something important regarding the child's future, or plan the child's future, plan for the child's maybe long education plans or investments related to that. So something which you are supposed to do related to the 5th house. This could also mean a job opportunity or a change in role which is coming or being presented to you this month from your superiors also. So have a look and be ready to take the responsibility and accountability in these areas, and to let go of false pride, because Ketu also rules the 8th house and Sun the denominator of false pride is transiting over Ketu. So let go of false pride, let go of ego hassles, so that sudden opportunity which is coming to you, you take a more positive change, positive transformation rather than something which will cost you. Now for Taurus rising sign people or Taurus zodiac sign people, Sun is transiting into its own sign, the sign of Leo, which is also its Mool Trikona sign, and transiting through the 4th house. Now, Sun is a very strong and important Yoga Karaka for Taurus rising sign people because Sun rules a Kendra house. So when Sun is transiting it through its own sign, through its own house, this means that it is bringing about a sense of higher accountability, responsibility, and leadership for the areas of the sign which Sun is transiting through, which is the sign of Leo, which means creativity, which means your ability to shine, which means your ability to be able to present yourself with higher dignity and take more accountability for results also. However, because it is transiting through the 4th house, so which means your accountability, your sense of responsibility should be for family, should be for assets, should be for conveniences of the home, should be for mother, should be for your family duties, your domestic life. If you are a married person and if you don't have children, then the duties go maximum to your parents. Your mother is more of essence here, and your spouse. However, Sun is transiting over the already transiting Ketu through the sign of Leo. Since a few months, Ketu has already been there. This means that Ketu is asking you to change the status quo in terms of how much of self-pride, false pride, dignity that you are carrying yourself at the cost of your family. So Ketu is asking you to shed it so that you are able to take better responsibility and more care for your duties towards your family, towards your duty, towards assets, towards your duty, towards conveniences, towards your duty, towards investments as well. So this is important, that you are able to focus more on the domestic life, domestic responsibilities, mother, assets, and focus. And don't bring in your false pride, don't bring in your false ego, don't bring in your higher sense of leadership over others, because this may cost you dearly. This may cost you your emotions as well. Now, Ketu also co-rules the sign of Scorpio along with Mars, and Sun is transiting over Ketu. So here there is a chance of transformation or change related to the 7th house results connected to your domestic life. So for some people, there may be an opportunity of change in your conjugal life, into your marital life, even into your sexual life. However, this can also mean that you are making a commitment, a very strong, serious, responsibility-oriented commitment in your family way, or for your family, or for your domestic life as well. So this is the time to take the transformation, to take that change connected to family, connected to authority, connected to teamwork, connected to how you are indulging in partnership for those people who are in an organization, who have their own business. So overall, this is a period of taking more note, taking more responsibility, and taking more ownership. And the lead role where family or domestic life is concerned, where teamwork is concerned, where partnership is also concerned. Now, those who are born in the Gemini zodiac sign or Gemini rising sign, for these people, Sun is transiting through the 3rd house, through its own sign of Leo, through its Mool Trikona sign. Now, because Sun rules one sign of Leo, and Sun is your accountability, your responsibility, your dignity, your pride, your ego. So Sun transiting through its own sign means here the zodiac is asking you to take more accountability, more responsibility, even more leadership concerning the areas of the 3rd house, which Sun also rules for the Gemini rising sign person. So you need to take more accountability, more responsibility for your communication, for your ability to how you influence people, for how your ability to how you market yourself, for your ability to take things in your own hand and lead from the front. Whether you are at work, you need to put up your hand and take more responsibility. Whether you have your own business, there you have to take up more responsibility and more accountability for the results so far. However, the transiting sun is transiting over the transiting Ketu. So what is Ketu? Ketu is also the energy of status quo change. Ketu is that energy of transformation. So here Ketu is asking you, the zodiac is asking you to have a transformative, a change-oriented focus on your ability to communicate, on your ability to interact with people, on your ability to take ownership of results. So whatever results over the next 30 days you do, you will take accountability and responsibility and not be led by a false pride, not be led by a false ego, specifically connected to important relationships, like can be friends, can be with siblings, can be for your team, can be even for family. So wherever you need to put in the effort, you need to put in the effort without bringing in your false pride. Sun moving through the third house of effort, which means this month can also bring in higher work for you, higher workload for you, higher responsibilities also. But because Sun is transiting over Ketu, and Ketu also co-rules the Scorpio sign, the 6th house sign, and Sun is transiting over it, so it means that there may be some load shedding connected to inimical forces, competition. So here you need to take more responsibility for how you have relations with the competition in your work, competition in your business, competition in your sales or marketing ability also. So there may be some colleagues who work below you. You need to shed your false pride and ego so that you have better relationships with them, so that you are able to do your duty and service without bringing in your false pride, where you need to take the lead overall for the team, for your responsibility, rather than looking at your own self. So don't make prestige an issue this month. Put in your effort, put in your hard work, influence others through your better ability to communicate by taking more accountability and leadership, and shedding false pride and ego for the benefit of you, for the benefit of team, and for the benefit of family. Now, for those people who are born in the Cancer zodiac sign or Cancer rising sign, for these people, Sun is transiting through the 2nd house, but through its own sign of Leo, which is also its Mool Trikona sign. Now, what does Sun represent? Sun represents your accountability, your pride, your ego, also your self-respect. However, because Sun is transiting through the 2nd house of wealth, family values, speech, nutrition, dependence, so here the zodiac is asking you to take more responsibility, more accountability, more leadership for matters of your wealth, for matters of liquid wealth in the bank, for savings, for your family, for familial values, for the values of the tribe, for the values and the prestige of the community in which you're born, and for your language, for your communication as well. However, because Sun is transiting through its own sign, Mool Trikona sign, but over transiting Ketu. What is Ketu? Ketu is transformation. Ketu is change. Ketu is the change in the status quo. So Ketu or the zodiac is asking you that you need to take responsibility and accountability with change, where you are taking the accountability to be able to bring about a transformative change in how you're looking at family, how you're looking at money, how you're looking at investments, how you're looking at savings, how you're looking at your family's wealth, family's values, community's values, and then lead from the front. So here it is to let go or shed your ego, your self-respect, but have self-respect for family, for values. Make that an issue rather than make issue of your false pride. So focus on your wealth, focus on family values, focus on your investments, focus on your savings, and let go or shed all those responsibilities, or let go of those challenges which are not serving you, which are not serving the family, which are not serving the community, which are not serving the tribe. So focus on your language, take responsibility for what you say, how you say, to whom you say what, because that will bring about a huge transformation. Now, because Ketu also co-rules the Scorpio sign along with Mars, and Ketu is now placed with Sun in transit, both transiting through the 2nd house. The 5th house is also the house of accounts, money, gains, romance. So here there may be a change how you look at results from now on, or this month or the next 30 days, about wealth, through how you are focusing more overall in planning, organizing your wealth. If you have not done that, then do that. Relook at your investments, how your investments are doing, how your savings are doing. Are you making enough money? Are you losing money? Then in your romantic liaisons, check whether they're serving you or they're not serving you, or they are becoming a hindrance to you and your family. And if they are becoming a hindrance to you and your family, and take that into account and carry your values, your family values, your tribe values, and look for the transformative change which is coming to you. So look at investments, look at money, look at wealth, look at nutrition with responsibility, with accountability, but also look at opportunities in career or role changes which may come to you this month. Now, for those people who are born in the Leo zodiac sign or Leo rising sign, for these people, Sun rules the Lagna, the first house, and Sun is transiting through the first house, through its own sign of Leo, through its Mool Trikona sign. Now, what does this mean? This means that the zodiac is asking you, because Sun is transiting through the Lagna, Sun is the Lagna Lord, that you need to take more responsibility, accountability, lead from the front this month, the next 30 days. Which means that you need to take the accountability, responsibility for your own self, for your own health, for your own prestige, for your own standing in society, for your own stature, how the society looks at you, what is the respect that you have in society, what is the standing that you have in society, and take your responsibility or accountability for all results of your life over the next 30 months. Which means take a stock of where you're heading, which direction you're moving, which tangent you're moving in, how you are looking at life's goals, how you're looking at health, how you're looking at your standing in society over the next few years, or long-term planning. So Sun is asking you to take responsibility for your life with more seriousness, with more responsibility, with more accountability, by introspecting, by looking back and seeing what has served you so far and what has not served you so far. So whatever has not served you in getting more stature, getting more dignity, being able to preserve your self-respect, let go of that, because Sun is transiting over the transiting Ketu, which has been transiting in over Leo over the last few months. Ketu is the sign of, or a energy of denial, change, transformation. So Ketu is asking you that make a change in how you look at your life so far, how you look at results, how you look at the direction that you're moving, how you look at overall manifestation, overall goals, and then make a serious change, make a serious transformation, especially because Ketu also rules the Scorpio sign, the 4th house, and transiting through the Lagna. So in terms of your family, in terms of your assets, look at whether the immediate family, the domestic life is serving you or not. If it's not, then you will have to make changes of how you look at family, how you look at the family situation, how you look at the values within the family, how you look at your principles, how you manage your family, with what responsibility you're managing your family's goals, family's responsibilities, how you're taking care of them. So Ketu is asking you to make a transformation, how you look at family, how you look at domestic life and assets, specifically property related assets. So do a relook at property, home, house, construction, redoing something in the house. Take responsibility for that action. Also, conveniences. Some of you may have to let go of a convenience, like let go of a old TV, let go of an old bike, let go of an old maybe refrigerator, something that you have to let go or discard or buy a new one or repair, something you redo or do in the home. So some change will surely do, or something will catch your attention. Home, land, transformation, property, daily conveniences, something will catch your attention, something will move you in the direction. So pay attention to family, pay attention to assets, pay attention to your goals, long-term goals, standing in society, and bring about a transformative change. Now, for those people who are born in the Virgo zodiac sign, or you're born in the Virgo rising sign, for such people, Sun is transiting through its own sign of Leo, through its Mool Trikona sign, then through its own house, but the 12th house. So when Sun transits through its own sign, its own Mool Trikona sign of Leo, through its own house, which means here the zodiac is asking you, Sun is asking you to take more responsibility, more accountability, and take more leadership for the results that you get, specifically the matters of the 12th house. So for those people who have their jobs or duty or service or business either in foreign lands or with foreign clients or living in foreign lands, here the zodiac is asking you to take more responsibility and accountability for results that you get in your service, in your work. Specifically, if you are living in a foreign land or you're working in a foreign organization. So in your duties, in your responsibilities, in a foreign company or in foreign lands, you take more accountability and responsibility for whatever results you have got so far. Don't blame people, don't blame situations, don't blame your poor choices, don't blame that you got a bad hand, you didn't get the right opportunities, but take the responsibility for whatever results you have got so far. Specifically, those people who are in sectors such as the armed forces, or you're working in an IT role or an individual role where you have to work alone by yourself, or you are in healthcare services. So for all those people, you need to take the accountability and responsibility for the results you have got so far and the result that you will get from now on. Because Sun is also leadership and accountability. However, you will have to shed the ego, the ego that you may be carrying, the false pride that you are carrying in yourself, because that is not serving you. So Sun transiting over the transiting Ketu already in Leo is asking you to change the status quo, change the or bring about the transformation in the situation so far in your life. So if something is not serving you, if your service is not serving you, if your business is not serving you, living in foreign lands is not serving you, your current role is not serving you, your current project is not serving you, your current relationship is not serving you, your current associations are not serving you, your current acquaintances are not serving you, relook. Have a very strong introspective look at so far what choices you have made, what decisions you have done so far, and let go of those things which are not serving you. That mindset which is not serving you. That high false pride which is not serving you. Dependency on others. So from now on, take care of yourself. Take responsibility on yourself. Don't depend on others, either for your sustenance or for money or for anything else. Take your responsibility on your own hand. Your life from now on will take a big turn, because it is the 12th house. So whatever changes you make over there in the next 30 days can be lifelong, serving you or maybe even costing you, because Sun is transiting over natal Ketu. Ketu is also the ruler of a co-rules Scorpio sign, 3rd house, along with Mars. So the effort that you put in, the 3rd house of effort that you put in taking those actions, leadership, accountability, will serve you long term. So this is the time of transformation. This is the time of change that you need to bring about. Refrain from being over imaginative, over creative, over indulgence, or making plans which are not serving you, making plans or daydreaming of something which you may not be getting. You have tried a lot over the last few years that I get money, I get that position, I get that relationship, I get this kind of a man, I get this kind of a job, I get this kind of a girl, I can get this kind of a house. So shed those if they have not served you so far. Restart your life, have a transformative relook, focus, so that you let go of the waste and excess in your life and start over a new leaf. Now, for those people who are born in the zodiac sign of Libra or Libra rising sign, for such people, Sun transiting through the 11th house, its own sign, multicona sign of Leo, is a huge boon. Firstly, Sun transiting through its own sign and own house and over the 11th house, the house of wishes and desires, is asking you to take the responsibility and accountability for your own wishes and desires. Don't depend on others to fulfill your wishes. Many a time we depend that my boss may fulfill my wishes by giving me a role, or giving me a higher project, or giving me a growth, or giving me a promotion, or we try to depend on somebody who is an acquaintance or a friend or an elder in the family, elder brother or elders in the family to fulfill our wishes and desires. So here, Sun transiting through the 11th house is saying that you take the accountability and responsibility for your own results, for your own wishes and desires. Nobody is going to come and help you. Nobody is going to give you a helping hand. You will have to take the responsibility for your own results. Specifically, Sun transiting over the already transiting Ketu. Ketu has already been transiting over natal, over the 11th house since a few months over Leo, and Sun is now transiting over the transiting Ketu for the next 30 days. So which means you will have to have a transformative, a changed, focused attention over your wishes and desires that you have had so far. So if any of your wishes and desires are not getting fulfilled, you're not be able to move in that direction, you're not able to make any substantial movement in that direction, then this is the time for you to relook at whether those wishes and desires that you have cultivated have served you so far or not. Your choices have served you so far or not. Your actions have served you so far or not. If not, you need to change your actions. You need to change how decisions you're taking. You need to make changes in the choices or the principles on the basis of which you have made your choices so far. You have to make changes. You'll have to have a relook at it. Specifically because Ketu also co-rules the sign of Scorpio along with Mars and now transiting through Leo since a few months, and now Sun is transiting over it. So Ketu is asking you to take the accountability and responsibility along with Sun for a change and transformation over in your income, in your values, in your savings, and what wishes and desires you have to accumulate money, what wishes and desires you have for better nutrition, what wishes and desires you have for higher values, higher character, higher personality, how people see you. You take responsibility and accountability for the transformation and change. Only then your wishes and desires may come good, some new acquaintances may come good, some new changes in your societal connections may come good. So surely some new connections over the next 30 days you may be made, some new people you may get in touch with. Some of them can bring about a huge change or transformation in your life, or at least bring a scope for a new change or transformation in life. Now, for those people who are born in the Scorpio rising sign or born in the Scorpio zodiac sign, for such people, Sun is transiting through the 10th house, through its own sign, through its Mool Trikona sign of Leo. Now, Sun represents accountability, leadership, your pride, prestige, your stature, your dignity, and what accountability you take in the results of life that you get. Now, Sun transiting through the 10th house and ruling the 10th house means here the zodiac is asking you to take accountability and responsibility for the results that you have got so far in your career, in your work, in your karma, in your day-to-day activities. So the responsibility and accountability is yours this month over the next 30 days for the results that you get. So don't blame anybody else later on if you are making wrong choices, if you're making wrong decisions this month, then don't blame others, because this is a transformative time for you. This is a change-oriented time for you, specifically with Sun transiting over the already transiting Ketu. Ketu has been transiting through Leo since a few months, and now Sun transiting over it means there is an opportunity for you to bring about a change or focus or the mindset that you have in your career, in your work, in the responsibilities, in the projects, in your ability to be able to deal with superiors, in your relations with superiors as well. So Sun is asking you along with Ketu to shed the hide of false pride, false ego, and focus and concentrate on better rapport with your superiors, with elders, with people who are in more powerful positions, and see if those have been serving you so far. So if your work has not served you so far, the projects are not serving you so far, the team is not serving you so far, the company is not serving you so far, the department is not serving you so far, the business is not serving you so far, then relook at what changes you can do, what transformations you can do through this month so that this change can be long lasting. Why will this change be very long lasting? Because Ketu co-rules the Lagna, the Scorpio sign, along with Mars. And Sun is not transiting Ketu. So you know that Ketu is transiting in the retrograde motion while the Sun is in the direct motion. So they are at cross energies with each other. So Ketu is saying take a back step, relook at, introspect whether your career is going in the right direction or not. If not, then the transformation is your responsibility. The change is your responsibility, whether in projects, whether in team, whether your work is serving you or not. If not, then you need to take accountability and responsibility for the changes that you will face so far or going forward. So relook at the role you're playing, relook at the projects you're doing, and relook at the relations with superiors. Ask for a change if you think the project is not doing well. Relook at the current role that you're playing, and if need be, even relook at the work you're doing, the current role that you're doing, and even look for opportunities outside of the current role, outside of the current department, maybe outside of the industry as well. So this is the time when the zodiac is saying that you need to make a change, and this change will be a long-lasting change. This will impact your stature, your dignity, your standing in society. So be ready for the change and also embrace that change. Now, for those people who are born in the Sagittarius zodiac sign or Sagittarius rising sign, for these people, Sun is transiting through its own sign of Leo through the 9th house, which it rules, which is also its Multikona sign. So whenever Sun transits through its own sign, through its own house, it is asking you to take responsibility and accountability for the house it rules. Yes, Sun rules the 9th house. So Sun needs to take accountability and responsibility over the results of the 9th house, which is long distance travel, which is your high education, which is your high experiences, for the gains in life, for the relations that you have with superiors, and also for long lasting gains that you can bring in. The ability to use your experiences, high learning, and then make gains from it. So the accountability and the responsibility for those kinds of results is yours. And this is the time to take the responsibility and accountability, or take the matters in your own hand. So if you have not making gains so far, in spite of your best efforts in your career, in spite of your best efforts in your investments, in spite of your best efforts in your project, in spite of your best efforts in the business, you're not making those kinds of gains which you feel you should, then have a relook. Take responsibility for that. Now, this is more important because Sun is already transiting Ketu in the sign of Leo over the 9th house. Ketu has been transiting through the 9th house since a few months, even before Sun has transited into the 9th house. So Sun now transiting over Ketu means this is a time of transformation and change. Ketu is an energy of status quo change, of transformation. So you need to take the accountability and responsibility for the change and transformation in your life over the next 30 days, because this is going to be long-lasting change. Now, Ketu co-rules the sign of Scorpio along with Mars in your horoscope, and now transiting through the 9th house. So Ketu is asking you to take a more spiritual look, spiritual focus in how you made gains so far, in your belief system, in your motivation, how you motivated you, how ambitious you are, so that you are able to let go of the waste and excess, because Ketu is the energy of letting go, of shedding, load shedding. So Ketu is asking you to shed the load of waste and excess which the 12th house represents, of bad imagination, bad creativity which the 12th house represents, for making unreasonable plans or those dreams which are not worth chasing, and bring about a transformative change in how you're looking at gains so far. If you're able to bring about the change, if you're able to take the responsibility, then the gains can come either in your projects or in your relationship or in your business or in your investment or in your work arena also, or for those people who have traveled far away from your home for work, for business, for higher studies, for higher learning, take the responsibility. Add some more learning. Use your high experiences, because the change is just around the corner. Big gains are just around the corner. Now, for those people who are born in the Capricorn rising sign or who are born in the Capricorn zodiac sign, for these people, Sun is transiting through the 8th house, through its own sign of Leo, which is also its Multikona sign. So here, the transformative energy is brought about by Sun transiting through the 8th house. The 8th house is also the house of change, transformation, sudden opportunities, sudden changes, sudden problems as well. So the zodiac is asking you to take the responsibility and accountability for own results that you will be getting from now on and you have got so far. So you need to deep dive, because the 8th house is also the house of diving deep and introspection and analyzing and looking deep within yourself, within your life, to see where the transformation can come from, where the change can come from. So take the accountability and responsibility for the change that you want in your life, for the transformation that you want in life. Don't depend on others. Don't depend on your false pride. Don't depend on ego or let ego or false pride come in the way. Look at your life with a need for change. Be ready to transform. Be ready to introspect. Be ready to even accept the blame, accept the mistakes you have done so far, and shed your ego. Be humble, which Ketu also represents. Then when you deep dive, when you look at the larger mysteries in life, when you understand the deeper philosophical focus that you have had in life so far, and whether the philosophy has worked for you or it does not serve you, and then you make the changes, will the change serve you? Now Ketu also co-rules Scorpio sign along with Mars, and now Ketu is transiting through the sign of Leo since a few months. So now Sun already transiting Ketu represents that in your wishes and desires, which the 11th house represents, there may be a change and opportunity this month over the next 30 days. And Ketu is asking you to deep dive and look and analyze what you have done so far, what you have achieved so far, and use that change and transformation to accumulate or be able to analyze your wishes and desires, or gain in those wishes and desires, or attain in those wishes and desires. There can be some opportunity which comes from your superiors, which comes from your connections, which comes from societal network, which comes from your acquaintances also. So over the next 30 days, some opportunity may come from any of them, or keep an eye out and look out for those opportunities which may be transformative, which can be life-changing, which will make you to introspect deeply and look at those opportunities, because surely this can be a long-lasting change that is brought upon by you. If you're ready to take the responsibility and accountability, if you're ready to shed the false ego, if you're ready to take help or reach out to others to seek help, if you're stuck in a job, reach out to your network and ask for help to get a new role, to get a new job. If you're stuck in shared property, shared investments, talk to your partner, talk to your family, and relook at whether the investments are serving you or not. So in some way, whatever your wishes and desires you have, and you want a transformation and change in life, this is the time for you. Now, those people who are born in the Aquarius rising sign or Aquarius zodiac sign, for these people, Sun is transiting through the sign of Leo, through its own sign of Leo, which is its Multrikona sign and own house. Now, whenever Sun transits back through its own sign and own house, it is the time to introspect and relook at whether you have been able to take care of your leadership, accountability, and responsibility so far. So this is a time to introspect. This is a time to ascertain. This is a time to relook deeply and see whether you have taken the responsibility so far or not. Yeah, because Sun rules the 7th house, so the responsibility and accountability is for your team, is for your partnerships, is for your connections, is for your conjugal relationship, is for your marital relationship, it's for your committed relationship, and for all the connections which you are getting in touch with on a day-to-day basis. So take responsibility and accountability for good or bad results and relations that you have with them. So with people who really matter to you, who are close to your heart, who really mean a lot, who are very important to you, maybe your boss, maybe your spouse, maybe a team member, maybe a partnership, maybe somebody in the family. With them, take accountability and responsibilities for the results that you have got so far with them. If the relationship has really gone down the wire, which means that you need to introspect and see where you have made a mistake, where you may be carrying the negative baggage, and shed that. Why shed that? Because Ketu is already transiting through your 7th house over the Leo sign since a few months, and Sun is now transiting over it over the next 30 days. Ketu is the sign of denial, but also the energy of transformation and change. So here the zodiac is asking that you take the accountability and responsibility for change in relationship, in partnership, in teamwork, in shared assets, in your committed relationship, and any connections which are important for you. You need to lead the change, you need to lead the transformation, or the zodiac will force that transformation or the change on you. Going forward, slowly the zodiac will bring about those situations where a team member may be shed off, or you are forced to let go, or a partnership doesn't do well, a relationship doesn't do well. So you need to take the transformative approach this month over the next 30 days, because this can be long lasting. This is specifically also strongly connected to your work or career, because Ketu also co-rules the sign of Scorpio along with Mars, and Ketu is now transiting over Leo since a few months. So the transformation in your career, in your role, in the nature of work that you, in the industry, in the department, is also your responsibility to take forward. Don't depend that some opportunity may come to you and then you will look at it. You open your eyes, you keep your eyes and your ears to the ground and look for that opportunity, look for that acquaintance, look for the new extended hand for you in your work, in your career, in teamwork, and then make gains for yourself and connected to work and connected to your relationship also. Now, those people who are born in the Pisces zodiac sign or Pisces rising sign, for these people, Sun is transiting now through its own Multikona sign of Leo through the 6th house. Now, whenever Sun transits through its own sign, through its own house, it is a time to check on the accountability and responsibility you have so far connected to the matters of the house. Sun is also your pride, your self-respect, your integrity. So here, you need to take the accountability and responsibility of how you have done so far in the matters of the 6th house, in the matters of competition, in the matters of inimical forces, in the matters of subordinates, in the matters of your service, in the matters of your job. So this is the time to self-respect, self-introspect, and make changes in how you deal with subordinates, with how you deal with people who you work on a day-to-day basis, your colleagues, and be able to handle the people who work below you or those people who are in competition to you with more foresight, with more self-respect than false ego or false pride. So you may feel that there is some friction over the next 30 days for Pisces rising sign people, for Pisces zodiac sign people. Some friction may come in. However, that friction may also make you open your eyes and also bring about a great intuition in your life, in your work arena, in your service, may open your eyes to relook at where you're working, relook at what projects you're doing, relook at how you're dealing with people who are colleagues or people who are working below you. And this is a time of change and transformation, because Ketu is transiting over the sign of Leo since a few months. Now, Ketu also rules your 9th house of Scorpio along with Mars, and Ketu is transiting close to the transiting Sun through Leo since a few months. So this is a time for a change or transformation in gains that you get, in your high experiences, in your ability to learn, in your ability to use your high learning so that you are able to overcome competition and you're able to do better in your service. So use this time, shed off some bad debts, shed those bad habits which is impacting your health, shed those work dynamics which are not serving you, which are not supporting you, shed those that false pride which is not allowing you to work closely with team members or people below you. So have a transformative approach in your service, in your mindset, in how you are competing. Relook at your strategy of competition. Relook at how you're dealing with subordinates and team members so that you do better at work and you make more gains. For some of you, there may be long distance travel or there may be long distance opportunity which also comes to you from specifically connected to service. However, do relook at whether you are in debts or loans, how you are looking at carrying those debts or loans, and if there is a debt on you from negative baggage in a relationship, this is the time to shed. This is the time to truly transform. So friends, now that we have seen how Sun transiting over its own sign of Leo is bringing new permutations and combinations, specifically being conjunct with the transiting Ketu also through Leo, do look at your own horoscope, do look at the yogas and doshas in your horoscope, because they will also bring in their own flavor. So friends, like this video, share this video, and if you're looking for a personal consultation from me, please reach out to me at the link below. Till some other time with some other video, this is your friend astrologer and guide Irfan signing off. Ciao.